Hi, it's Harry here from Whelan Cameras, and today I'm here with Sam from Sony, and we're looking at the 6000 series. We're starting off with the 6000, and we'll work our way up to the 6500, and we'll compare the key differences down to construction and features, and what differs, and what one you should go for. So Sam, take it away.
Well, the 6000 is actually one of Sony's best ever selling cameras. We've had it in the market for a couple of years now, but it's still well up to date with the latest features and technologies. It's an APS-C size sensor camera featuring Wi-Fi and NFC for instantly transferring images to your mobile phone or using your mobile phone as a remote control. It's the sort of SLR style camera with controls that should appeal to semi-professional shooters, so we have plenty of dials and hot shoe in order to quickly change our settings, and also custom keys if you want to customize the camera to shoot the way that you like, and also it's 24 megapixel APS-C, and it's capable of shooting 11 times every second, so it's great for action or sports photography, all in a relatively compact form as well, and it performs relatively well in low light as an APS-C size sensor. That's lots of space for collecting light, and it's got an ISO of 25,600.
Very impressive specs for such a cost to performance ratio. It's quite good, and there's the selection of lenses available as well. You did say sports. There's again affordable long lenses you can get for it.
Absolutely.
The 55 to 200 or 210, isn't it?
We do a 55 to 210, we do a 70 to 300. We've got a really wide variety of lenses that cater to lots of different costs. Whether you're a new shooter looking to try out a few different lenses, or if you want some serious high-end glass, we've got different lenses which shoot different situations. And of course, with it being an APS-C size sensor, if you are shooting sports, if you are shooting telephoto, it does give you a slight advantage, the 1.5 times crop, that if you're shooting with our 300mm lens, our full frame,
you get more range out of it.
Yeah, you get a 450 out of it instead of 300.
Yeah. So moving up to the 6300, what are we getting our advantages? What are our differences?
So this range of cameras is all about speed, and the 6000 focuses in 0.06 seconds, which when we launched it was the fastest autofocusing camera on the market, using 179 phase autofocus points in order to make sure our focusing is sharp and accurate. But the 6300 takes it a step further. 6300 focuses in 0.05 seconds. That might not sound like much on paper, but as a percentage reduction, it's quite a big reduction. And that now uses 425 phase autofocus points. So we've vastly improved the focusing system of the camera. In addition to that, we've added things like a silent shooting mode. So if you're shooting weddings or something where you don't want the intrusion of the sound of the shutter, then we have fantastic performance even when shooting silently. We've added pro video features, so we have 4K video on there. We also have a microphone input, which we don't have on the 6000, and the build's slightly improved. There's more magnesium in the body of the camera, which gives a more robust feel. Also, the sensor's been slightly tweaked. The sensor now uses copper wiring instead of aluminium wiring, which is thinner, faster, and actually doubles the ISO of the camera.
Very impressive. For a step up, it's definitely worth the price upgrade if you're looking for something more in a video market kind of things. It'd definitely be a noticeable difference you'd get. Jumping up again, final jump.
Okay,
finally.
So the 6500 adds some real key features such as in-body image stabilization, and that in-body image stabilization, independently tested by CEPA, will give us 5 stops of difference. So if you're shooting either video and you want stabilization, or alternatively if you're shooting stills in low light, that in-body stabilization will not only benefit your existing lenses which maybe don't have image stabilization, but also if you're using any sort of legacy glass, if you're putting something like an old Opticon lens on the front of there, the lens will benefit from the in-body image stabilization.
And if the lens already has it as well, you're adding more.
Yeah, so what actually happens with that, with image stabilization built into a lens, that's usually the best form of image stabilization for compensating for sort of pitch and roll.
Yeah, especially on a long lens.
Yeah, absolutely. But then the body itself takes over horizontal movement, vertical movement, and also roll. So we can compensate on 5 axes, whether it's a lens with image stabilization built into it, or whether we're purely using the cameras built in. The other side of it as well that we've also added a touch screen as well. So if you want to quickly jump to focus points, we still have 425 phase autofocus points. You want to jump to one of those, you quickly and easily can do just by touching the relevant point on the screen. And of course, in playback, it's really quick and easy to cycle through the images using the touch screen.
Especially for like run and gun, maybe videography. If you're shooting documentary stuff, tapping to focus is a lot quicker than having to manually pull or rely on guessing where you want it to focus.
Absolutely, and these cameras also feature eye autofocusing, focusing on the nearest eye to the camera, and face detection. The 6500 also has something called a new LSI, and LSIs are something that we've put into our cameras for years now. They connect the sensor and the processor together, but this is the first time we specifically designed an LSI for doing the job of transporting information whilst enhancing at the same time, so noise reduction techniques, and it means that there's less work for the processor to do when the information arrives there. We've also improved the buffer as well. And to demonstrate this, what I'd like to do is the 6300 does not have the enhanced LSI and buffer in there. What I want to do is shoot at the same time. And what I'll do is I'll set the cameras. They're both going to shoot at 8 frames per second. They're both going to shoot in standard JPEG. And we're going to start shooting at the same time and see who buffers first. In theory, the 6300 should buffer before the 6500. So, let's go.
I'm ready to go when you are.
3, 2, 1, shoot. I'm buffering.
And I started a little bit before you as well, and I'm still going.
Lovely weather we've been having today.
Best probably weather we've had all week. Still going. 500, we're hitting 500 shots left.
Whilst this is going, it's worth pointing out that I've got exactly set up. Is that nearly? No, it's still going. Maybe just a change of exposure settings as we move the camera.
You can see it's stopping a bit now.
It's worth saying that both cameras have got exactly the same SD card in it. It's a standard. There we go. That's properly buffering now. That was around about 38 seconds worth of continuous shooting. And then the SD cards, I've not cheated. They both have exactly the same sort of standard class 10, round about a 40 megabit per second card. So really sort of entry level card, not the sort of thing you want to be using with this camera. With this, ideally, you'd have a nice fast class 10, which would be capable of 100 megabits per second. Something that's really going to make sure you don't spend half your life waiting for the camera to catch up with the SD card, or vice versa, as the case would be.
Yeah. Very impressive bit of kit.
So it's worth saying at the moment, if you come into Whelan's, we're doing cashback on this range of cameras. We've currently got €60 on the A6000 and €175 on the 6300 and 6500, and that's until the 3rd of September. So there's never been a better time to buy one of these cameras.
Really making them quite competitive. Definitely something, even if you are an existing DSLR user, whatever company you've chosen to go with, I mean, it's definitely worth considering going for the Sony route with the lighter glass, the lighter bodies, and obviously 4K in-body stabilization. I mean, for the price range, you know, you're getting your best price to performance almost with Sony at the moment.
I'd obviously agree. Absolutely.
You're obviously going to agree.
Yeah, I'm not going to disagree with that one.
I'm going to say yes. I like Sony as well. I've used all brands, and I'm going to say Sony is the one I'm happiest with at the moment. So, thanks for watching, everyone. This has been Sam from Sony, and if you like this kind of content, be sure to subscribe and follow us on all social networks. Thanks for watching.